Okay, everything is fine, friends.
Yes,
Yes.
fine.
Yeah, so here what I'm taking now is static method. This is static method. Let's take, what is that? Let's take non-static method also. So here I'm taking M3. Now this is the return type is nothing but I'm taking. Now console console.log. Now console.log. In that, what I'm taking now, let's take example is example non-static block. Non-static block now, guys. So now with this example, now our this question and answer is clear now. Means what type of member we can define in abstract class. We can define all static and a non-static member, including what is that constructor plus what is that abstract method. Now means what is that, what we declared here now, guys? Abstract method, static, what is that
Static
property?
declaration
All
property.
static and
Yeah,
non-static methods,
Non-static,
abstract and abstract
non-static,
methods.
static block, constructor,
and
static method,
hmm,
non-static method.
yeah. So we able to what is that declare, but the thing is how we will call it, so now come in this point now, now my question is what abstract class memory be created when subclass object is created, right? And how can we execute static, right? Static and non-static concrete members of abstract class, right? I'm going to clear these 2 points now, guys. Both question answer we are going to clear it now, guys. So simple. Here what I'm going to do now, whenever our class is loading, whenever this abstract class is loading, inside that, what is that main memory, then the main memory is providing what is that all static members memory, right? All, no, these are the not variable. Don't tell these are the variable, right? These are the variable.
Static member.
These are
Prop
the
Static member.
these are the properties member. These are the
properties, property, static property, non-static property.
variable means, variable means what is that? If you take
A
the
equal to 10.
number, then it will we are assigning y in the abstract class. It is allowing number. We are declaring the variable. Oh, it's accepting, boss. Static as a number. This one is accepting. Variable declaration is like that only, na? Okay, no issue. This is the property, right? Property. I also don't know. Thank you. Now let's understand, right? Okay, static block. Static block we taken, what is that? Property, right? Property. Okay, let's see this non-static also taking. Non-static also taking. In abstract class we can declare the variable, but in the class yesterday we seen that in the class we are not able to, but in abstract class I think we can declare the variable, right? Now here what is that? Abstract properties of non-static property we taken, static block we taken, constructor we taken, and what is that? Static method and a non-static, static method and a non-static method. But the thing is, guys, what I'm going to do now, what is the execution flow of this one now? What is the execution flow of this one now? So I'm taking, let's take console.log, console.log. In that, what I'm going to do now, example,
Example dot.
let's take test, right? Let's take test. Now once we will compile, now let's take terminal. But if I'm explaining here, then you guys, okay, it will id will show the error, na, error. So what I'm going to do now, guys, now for a while, means for sometimes, I'm going to TypeScript folder. This is the folder, this is the index, open this one on the notepad. I don't want to open Visual Studio. How?
Just Drag and drop.
Right click and open with the notepad.
Yeah, drag and drop.
If I drag and drop here, it will. No. Or just which file is our file? Okay, this one only, right? Open on the notepad, guys. Okay, fine. What is this? Okay, this is the GS file. Notepad, okay. Yeah, this file is the actual file, right? Now, fine, guys. So here, what is that? Open the command prompt here, CMD. Now, open our command prompt. Now, here, what I'm taking now, let's take TSC index.ts. I'm taking index.ts, right? Now it's compiled. Again, I'm taking index.gs.
Node not taking. Node
Sorry.
space.
Yeah.
Node.
Very good. Node index.
Index.js.
This .js. What is that? What we are getting now, guys?
Yes, means
what is that?
Static block and example
Yeah.
test.
Means what is that? Whenever we are running, what is that? Means what is that? Non-static. This one also get the memory, as well as what is that? Static block also is getting the memory. Means what is that? Execution is started from the top to bottom. Means what is that? Even though in the static, even though in the abstract class, what is that? We declared what is that? Static member. Those will get what is that? At the loading of what is that? Loading time. At the loading time of what is that? This file. This TS file in the transcompiler, right? In the transcompiler will give the memory of what is that? Statics member. And here what is that? See, in the statics member, what is that? Static block is executed first. What is that? What is the execution order now, guys? Static block, then what is that? Test. Come on. Then test na, come on. Then test means what is that? This one is started. You can consider this area is the main method in the Java, guys. In the Java, main method is there na. So main method, you can consider this one as a main method, right? Main method now. Now means what is that? All static member is getting the memory at the time of what is that? Loading this abstract class in the transcompiler. Now fine. Next, what I'm doing now, guys? Next, I'm doing what is that? Now give the answer now, guys. What is the answer now? What is the result now? What is the result? We will get it now. Now I'm taking here what? I'm taking here what is that? Plus. I'm taking A, right? I'm taking A plus, right? A plus. Now I'm calling what is that? What is the class name? I'm taking class name example dot. I'm calling what is that? This variable. Which variable? A. That is the static variable. Now tell me what is the result? We will get it now. Use the chat box and give the reply now, guys. Everyone.
10.
10.
10. Answer is 10.
Answer is 10. Static block.
Means
Example.
SB 10 or test.
SB 10 and test we will get.
Yes.
First, what is that? We will get what is that? Static block. Then we will get
Static
what is that?
block.
Example test. Then we will get what is that?
Example test and then
Because here we are calling what is that? Here we are calling static block. Here we are calling what is that? Static members. Then means what is that? First we will get what is that? Example static block, example test. Then we will get 10. Like that we will get the result. Okay, now give the answer, guys. Okay, now this is the answer. We are getting this is the answer now. Now,
Node index.js.
Same node. Yes.
Now what we are getting
Node.
now, guys? Example
10.
is the example test and 10 we are getting now.
Yes.
Okay, now give the answer. now give the answer if you really understood about our discussion now, guys. So what I'm taking now, I'm taking what is that example. I'm taking what is that example. I'm taking example dot, right? Example dot, and what I'm calling now
M2. M2.
M2,
M2
right? M2, that is
M2.
the static block. That is what is that static block.
Static black.
M2. I'm calling what is that M2. Now tell me, guys. Now tell me what is the result. Use the chat box. Use the chat box.
Example SB, example test, A10,
Static
and
block
example
and
SM.
Hmm?
Example.
method.
M2 method. Example SN.
Example.
Firstly, example SB, then example test 10,
Hmm.
and then static block.
A and static block.
A10 and
B,
A10
example
and
SB, example test. A is 10, then example constructor, then example SM.
Why a example constructor will execute?
Because you're calling that class, so I am thinking the constructor will be going to be called.
Constructor only non-static member when we non-static member will call when we will create the object. I'm not creating the object, just I'm calling a static member only. I'm calling a static member only. So how it is possible? There is no possibility. We will get what is that? Means first we will get what? First we will get what is that? Example,
block.
example static block, example,
SB,
then we will get
sample test, A10,
Is 10. And
sample
method.
SM.
10, then we will get what is that? Last we will get what is last will be examples. Is example what is that? Static method. Now let's compile it. Now let's compile it. Now let's compile it.
No, not node. Yeah, TSC.
Now what we are getting now, guys? First, what is that? Static block.
Static block.
Example test,
then
then 10
and
variable, then
M2
static
M2
method. Okay, now guys give the answer. I will see. I want everyone response. If whoever not responding directly, I will remove. Directly, I will remove. Now, guys, what I'm doing now? I'm taking a let keyword and let's take obj. I'm creating what is that? New example. Example. Now tell me what is the answer. See this. What is the answer?
now constructor also calling
Compile
here.
time exception.
Sorry.
Compile time exception.
Why compile time exception?
Abstract class not possible to create directly object.
That is wrong. What about others, guys?
Constructor
Constructor also executed here.
Yes.
Only 2 to 3 members only giving the answer.
Compile time error, no?
Yep. In
Okay,
abstract class, we
Sunil
can't create object.
Prajapati. Only 3 members in the chat box, right? In the chat box, 3 members is given, and here like 1 or 2 member. What about others? What about others? What about others?
Example SB, example test 10, then example SM, and then
Compile
constructor
time
also.
error I am getting.
Hmm?
I think compile time
Compile
error.
time error will
Compile
be.
time exception.
Very good. Very
We
good.
should create child class.
Why
Compile.
is
Because
need
abstract
need
class can't be
keyword not
create
possible to
a
create
object.
abstract and enterprise object?
Good, good.
Example.
Good, but just think about that, how much poor you guys are in the what is that OOP, guys. Even though I explained what is that, we cannot create the instance of what is that abstract class. We
Abstract class.
we
Okay,
cannot
not
create
yes.
what I explained here now, guys. What I explained here now, where instantiated, because it is not a fully implemented class, so it is a abstract method, cannot be executed at runtime. Means it restrict what is that abstract method allows used to instance abstract subclasses. Clearly I explained, right, what I
Yes.
said. Then why the people is not focusing in explanation? Only what is that Manjulata is given the correct answer. Everyone except that everyone is confused about that. So another point, see guys, whatever theory I'm writing, based on that theory only practical will be there, right? So please focus on that area also. Don't think about that, hey, Ravi is explaining theory. Without theory, how big the possibility is there? What is that? To write examples, are writing the program. Now, here what we are doing now, here what we are doing now, here what we are doing now, here we are declaring the classes, here we are declaring the classes, right? But sorry, abstract classes. So we know that abstract class object we cannot create. Abstract class we cannot create. Here we will get what is that? Compile time error, guys. Compile time error. Here we will get what is that? Compile time error. Now compile time error, right? Compile time error. Right, compile time error. Okay, see this one only. It's saying that cannot create an instance of what is that? An abstract class or not. Come on. It's saying on this point what? Our ID also saying, right?
This ID also showing, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now
Yes, sir.
means what is that? This is what is that? Leading what is that? Compile time error, guys. Compile time error now.
Bottom error.
Then how we can create the object of what is that? Then how this non-static member will execute? Then how this non-static member will execute? That is the question or not?
Subclass.
We have to
Yes.
create the object of
We have to
subclass.
create a subclass and
We
extend
create
that
the subclass
and
superclass
Yeah.
and create a subclass
Yeah.
instance.
subclass reference and then call.
You can call the subclass object by using the subclass object to superclass method.
Very good. Now let's start developing what is that? Subclass also. I'm mixing it, guys. I'm mixing it. Based on that, your execution flow also will be clear, guys. Execution flow also will be clear now. So simple. What next I'm going to do now? I'm taking one more. It's an implementation class. I'm taking, let's take simple. I'm extend what is that? Example class, right? Example class. But the thing is we need to what is that? Whatever abstract method is there, we need to forcefully implement in that. It's implementation class or not, that is called overriding na? We need to
Yes,
override.
Yes, overriding.
We need to override it now. So simple, what I'm taking now, again in this block also I'm taking what is that? Static b equal to, let's take 30. Static b equal to 30. I'm taking what is that? Y, that is non-static member, non-static property. I'm taking this property is a 40. And again here I'm taking one static block. Again I'm taking what is that? One static block. In this static block, what I'm taking now? console dot log. In that, let's take sample, what we will take it now? Static block. Sample static block, right? Now another one is, what is that? Let's take constructor in this one also. Constructor in this one also. What the rule yesterday we learned about the constructor now, guys? If the classes is there in the relation now, what the rule we learned? People are remember or forgot?
Super.
First line should be super.
Super.
Super keyword should be added anywhere. First line or second line is not a matter.
We need to add what is that? Super calls, right? Super calls.
Yes.
Super calls. Now then what is that? Console dot log. Here what is that? Let's take sample constructor. Super sample constructor, right? Simple constructor. Again, what I'm doing now here also, let's take a static member, static block. Let's take one static block. Console
Static block already there.
Sorry, already there in the super class. It is there, not in subclass.
With this class.
Now sample static block, right? Static block. Simple. Let's take this one as a sample static block. Oh, already it is.
Two times written already there. 20 line.
Okay, already there. Now constructor we taken. Let's take static method. Let's take M4 method. I'm taking what is that? M4 method. Now this method also static. This method is what is that? Static. This method is what is that? Static now. Static. Now again, let's take console. Console.log. Console.log. Now let's take sample static block. Sorry, static method. Static method now. Okay, let's take one more non-static method. Now let's take M5. M5, right? M5. This is the method and console.log. Console.log. Inside that, let's take what is that? Sample NSB, means non-static block. Simple non-static block, but still our error is there now. Why? Because still we didn't given the abstract method implementation, right? So what we will do it now, guys? Here we will give what is that? Now override that M1 method. M1 method. Now console.log. Console.log. Now we take in what is that? Now and here we given what is that? M1 in sample. M1 in sample, right? M1 in sample. That error is gone or not? That error is gone, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, it's gone.
Okay, now fine, guys. So now I want the answer. I want what is that? Answer. Okay, now see this. These two classes is there in the is a relation between both classes. What is the relation is there? Is a relation is there. Now our execution flow. Now what I'm writing now, guys? Console.log. Here what I'm doing now? Here I'm writing what is that? Started, right? Started. Whenever I'm writing the started and whenever I'm compiling, then now tell me what is the result we will get it now, guys. Now tell me what is the result we will get it now. What is the result we will get it now from the top to bottom? Because execution will start from the super class to child class, guys. For all static members. First, what is that? All static member will get the
Example
memory.
SP.
Firstly, static
Example
block.
SP is the
Example
first
SP.
executive. And example sample also there. The sample static
Sample
block
SB
also
will run.
executed. Sample SP
Okay.
and started.
Example in SB.
Now
Static
started,
block
yes.
and static method. After that, started.
Very good. Now we will get first what is that? First we will get what is that? Example SB.
Example SP.
Now
Sample SP.
let's
Started.
take another notepad also. First what we will get it now? First we will get what is that?
Example SB.
Start.
Example SB
SB.
means what is that?
Sample
Super.
SB.
Now then we will get what is that?
Sample SP. Sample SP.
Now we will
Sample
get what
SB.
is that? Sample
SB.
Started.
Sample SB. Now then we will get what is
Started,
that?
I think.
Super class
Started.
construct executed.
Then we will get started up first because execution will start from here.
constructor.
Then we
Just it.
hmm?
Both. Only two.
Simple construct. Example
Started.
And
Started. Just
Yes.
this is the result or this is the result or this is the result, guys. Just tell me. This is the result. How many is, let's see that. This is the result or this is the result.
One is the result.
First one is the result. First one.
First one is
First
the
one.
First
Example
one is
sample
the
is
result.
started.
First one.
Yeah,
First
very
one is
good.
executed.
Example sample
This is the
started.
this is the result. This is the result we will get it now, guys. Now let's see that. Now compile it. Now note, right? What is that?
Example SP, sample SP. Started is not displayed.
Why, Ravikant?
Sorry, what we are getting now? What we are getting now? Hmm?
Static block and static method.
Why we are not getting started? Hmm? Because we not saved the file. Because we not saved file, right? Because we not saved as expected, we are getting the result now, guys. Okay,
Yes,
fine.
yes, Ravi.
Okay, fine now. Again, what I'm going to do now? Again, what I'm going to do now? I'm going to write what is that? Now I'm calling copy this line again. What is that? Now let's take here A. Let's take here what is that? A, right? A plus what is that? Now what is that? How we will call it now? I want to call this variable. Then example, we will take what is that? Example dot A, example dot A, right? Example dot A. Then what is that? Then what is the result we will get it now, guys? Means here what is that? We will get what? We will get what is that? Example SB, sample SB, and
Sample
start.
SB started.
8, 10,
A.
8, 10, 8, 10, space 10.
A 10. We will
Eight
get,
and
yeah, we will get what is that? A10 now. Okay. Now again, I want to call what is that? B also, which is there in the sample class. That is also static only, right? That is also static only. Then what we will do it now, guys? Then what we will do it now? Copy this one, copy this one, and make this one as a B. And let's
B.
take here what is that? Sample.
Sample.
Sample and make this one as a B.
B.
Then what is the result we will get it now, guys? We will get what is that?
B colon
20.
30,
B
20.
Okay,
30.
Okay, B colon 30. We will get
30.
what is that? 30 now. 30 now. Okay, fine now, guys. So here what is that? Now I want to call what is that? Static method. I want to call this static method. Then what we will do it now, guys? We will take, I want to call what is that? I want to call example. Now, then what is that? Example. I want to call static method. Then example
dot
M4.
M2.
Now see the M2 method.
M2 method.
We will call what? Yeah, we will call what? M2 method dot M2. We will call M2. Now fine, friends. Now fine. I want to call what is that? This static method.
Sample dot M4.
sample.m4.
Yeah.
Sample dot M4.
Sample dot what is that? M4. We will call what is that? Then total result will become here. What is that? Total result will become example static method.
Static method. Sample static.
Sample SN. Static method.
Static method. Sample
SM.
static method, right? Sample static method. Now let's compile it and let's see that our result is matching or not. Let's now TSC dot no. Manjulata, your daughter voice is coming. And now Manjulata.
It's not my daughter, another one, Bindu.
I was thinking. Bindu.
You can mute on her.
It's Bindu.
Okay, Bindu. Let them. I'll only mute. Okay, TSC index dot TS. Now let's compile it. Now let's compile it and let's get the result. Now let's match it. Our output in matching is not matching or not. Example SB, sample SB, started A10, B20, B30, example SM and sample SM, right? Come on, we are getting as expected result now, guys. Come on. We are
Yes.
Yes.
we are getting as a expected result now. Now again, what I'm doing now, guys, what I'm doing now, let's see that. Now main story is started. Now execution flow of what is that non-static member. Execution flow of what is that non-static member. What I'm doing now, what I'm doing now, now here what is that, I'm creating the object of what, I'm creating the object of simple class. See this,
Sample class.
now I'm creating the object. Now let's take let keyword, let's take obj new sample, new sample. Once we will create new sample, then now tell me the result, guys. Now tell me the result from that, what we will get it now, guys, what we will get it now. We are
And
creating
added constructor example also added, and sample constructor also added too.
yeah. Now then what is that, once we are creating the object, then what is that, now what is that, it will all non-static constructor will get the memory and it will starting the execution. Then what is that, it will start from the top to bottom, it will start from the top to bottom. Then what is that, our result will become what,
Example constructor.
Example constructor, sample constructor,
example constructor and a sample constructor.
sample constructor.
Sample constructor, right? Sample constructor, it will become what is that, sample constructor. Now let's compile and run it and see, we will see that execution flow of that. Now say this one now, guys.
Yes.
Right, we are getting example
Yes,
constructor and a sample constructor, right?
Sample.
Example constructor and a sample constructor. Now what again I'm doing now, guys, I'm calling what is that, I'm calling the methods now. Then what is that, let's take sample now, let's take s only, who will write multiple s. Now here what is that, let's take s dot, I'm calling what is that, I'm calling m1 method, I'm calling m1 method. If we call m1 method, right, then what is that, because this is the abstract method in the superclass, because this is abstract method in the superclass, but what is that, we are creating the reference runtime object is what is that, sample only. Then what is that, which one will execute now, then we will get now,
M1 in sample
Will
also
will
added.
execute
yeah, so we will get
M1 in
another
sample.
result is what is that, m1 in
M1 in
sample.
M1 in sample.
Yeah, we will get what is that, m1 in sample now. Now
Sample.
another one is what is that, another one is what, non-static member is there now, non-static member is there. Now here what I'm doing now, s dot m2, sorry, m3 is there, right, m3 method is there, m3 method is there. Now here
Yes,
what,
M3 is
M5
there in
M3 or
example.
M5?
see this, what is,
M5.
sorry, m3, right, m3 is in there,
Yes,
M5,
example in example class is there.
Yeah, in
M5.
example.
m3 is there
Yes,
in the
yes, is
in the
there.
abstract class. But the thing is, guys, we created the object of what is the child class, and
Sam-
what is that, just focus on this area, we created the object of child class, but we are calling the what is that method is available in the m3. Then what is the result now, guys, what is the result now, tell me, because see, we are creating the object of what is the child class only, but the thing is m3 method is there in the super class, which is the abstract class. Now tell me the result now, guys.
And also added
First
example
it will search.
NSB at
First
the
it
end.
will search in the subclass. If it is not found, then it will go to the superclass. Then
Very
it
good,
will.
very good, Raj, right?
Yes.
Very good, after a long time onward you are joining the session. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now fine, right? Fine. Now see here, what is that? We will get what is that? It will search first, what is that, control will search in the subclass. First, what is that, control will search in the subclass. If that method is not available, then it will take the help of what is that, extend it and it will go in the super class, and in the, it will found what is that, it will found in the super class that m3 method. And then what is that, what we will get the result now, guys, example sb, example sb, right? Here what is that,
Non-static block.
yeah, so here we will get what is that, example sb. We will get the result as a example SB now. Now, what I'm doing now? What I'm doing now? Now, here, what is that? M4 is there, and M5 is there, right? That is the non-static method, right? That is the non-static method now. Okay, so here, what I'm doing now? Here, I'm taking S dot M5. Now, it will M5 is available in the sample class only. Then what is that result we will get it now, guys? Sample dot non-static
Non-static
block. Sample is non-static block. Now let's compile and let's see that as expected result we are getting or not. Now compare the result now, guys. Means what is that? From here, constructor, sample, M1 in sample, right? Example, non-static block, example, non-static block, example, non-static block, sample, non-static block, sample, non-static block. Now, this is the control flow of what is that? Static member from subclass to superclass to subclass, guys. Okay, static member and a non-static member, and how many things we can declare in the abstract class. Those things we taken, right? Those things we taken now. So again, my question is, right, with this knowledge, what I'm asking now, guys, my question is, where our file, guys? Okay, let's copy. Angular. Oh, we lasted. I didn't save the, I think, rule number 3. We lasted those things, guys. Okay, no issue. Example. That explanation, whatever things I wrote, that one is I lost it. Okay, no issue. Right. So another one is what? Our another question. My question is, can we declare abstract method as static? Can we declare abstract method as a static, guys? Let me know that.
No.
Hmm?
No.
Yes.
Just only 2 people. What about others, guys?
No, Ravi.
Hmm?
No.
No. Answer is what is that? No. We what is that? We are not allowed. We are not allowed to declare abstract method as what is that? Static. It lead what is that? Lead what is that? Compile time. It lead to what is that? Compile time error, guys. Now let's take one example. I'm taking one example. Select all, right? So here what I'm taking now, let's take example. I'm taking what is that? One example. Let's take abstract class. This is the class, right? We have the class. In that, what I'm going to take now, I'm taking what is that? M1 method, which is the returning nothing. Nothing is nothing, but nothing means what? Void. Nothing means what is that? Void, right? And here I'm taking what is that? Abstract. Here I'm taking what is that? Abstract. And this abstract I want to take as a static. This one is not allowed. What is saying that now? See this one. Static modifier cannot be used with what is that? Abstract modifier. Means what is that? This is not valid statement. This is what is that now, friend? This is not valid statement. Not at all valid statement. Now Now example invalid. In